I can't wait. I honestly cannot describe how excited we've been. Like since we made the roster at the start of the season, this LAN in particular was the LAN that everybody wanted to do well at, and yeah, I don't even know how to describe how excited I am.
All right, we are done with day 2 at the Paris Major, and I'm in the presence of the coach of Gentle Mates today, Snaski, after another very convincing win against Vistesen, right, 3-0, and it must feel pretty nice. I mean, you are topping your group, as expected, and obviously there's a lot of expectations for you guys, so how are you feeling about the group stage so far, and are you excited going into the bracket?
We feel very good. I mean, as I said yesterday, in another interview, I think the most important thing for us was to start off playing well, so we had some video we could go back and review and continue to get better and better, and I think we've done that. I think each game has gotten better, and I think we're ready for KC on Saturday.
Yeah. How have you been working with your players to make sure to manage the expectations and everything? Because obviously, you're coming in as the winners of the last major, right? And everyone is looking to see if you can make it. The back-to-back, it would be a first, right? Is this something you have to consciously work on to make sure that the players are in a good mood? They're not too stressed going into the matches and everything.
I don't think so. I think I've been quite lucky. I think all 3 of the players from the get-go has wanted to do more than win one major. So when we won the major, it was not a matter of slowing down. It was only speeding up and just making sure that we come into this major even better.
Yeah. And what's going to be the mentality as well heading into the bracket stage? Right now you have a day break, right, because there's going to be the lower brackets, but you are going to be facing KC. It is a very important match, obviously a clash of fan bases as well, right?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts ahead of this match in particular?
Dude, we're so exciting. I mean, our dream was to play KC in the final, and
maybe you can get a rematch later.
We could get a rematch in the final, but this will be a nice little test on Saturday to see how we both handle the crowd and everything. And luckily, we both have a second life. So I think, honestly, it's going to be a great series because both teams can just go out a bit relaxed and knowing that we have a second chance.
Yeah. What's going to be the key to a strong performance against them?
Dodging demos. Especially if that's how he's feeling it. I watched him play yesterday against Vitality, and it looked like he was really feeling it. And when he's feeling it, it's hard staying alive. So that's going to be the key.
Are you already looking forward, especially to getting to play in front of the crowd and everything? I mean, it's going to be a whole different environment, right? It's a bit reminiscent of Lyon last year, right? And obviously KC, Blue Wall, the gentleman fan base as well, right? The green suits. The name I almost forgot it for a second, right?
Suits.
The gentle suits.
They changed names.
They changed names.
Yeah, they just did it, to be fair.
I'm outdated, but I mean, how are you looking forward to the crowds and everything?
I mean, last year in Lyon we had Radisson on the roster, and we got a little preview of what it's like to be the favorites at home in a French crowd, and dude, I can't wait. I honestly cannot describe how excited we've been. Since we made the roster at the start of the season, this LAN in particular was the LAN that everybody wanted to do well at, and yeah, I don't even know how to describe how excited I am.
Yeah. And how do you feel about the rest of the bracket? I mean, obviously we're already talking about KC a lot, right? But there's still some other teams. Vitality notably dropped down to the lower bracket, so that's going to be very interesting. But you still have a few other opponents. Man City qualified, right, in the upper bracket as well. Do you have any opponents in particular you're looking forward to as strong people that you want to take down, right?
I think honestly, from what I've seen so far, I think KC, maybe Twisted Minds. Twisted Minds has been looking good as well, but I think that's the main two is Twisted Minds and KC from what I've seen so far this tournament. I think they're going to be the toughest competition here, and Vitality has maybe looked a bit weaker, but they could come back strongly tomorrow and maybe regain some confidence, and they'll be a strong contender as always.
Yeah. Do you feel like the level of this major is pretty high so far, or how would you compare it to Boston, for example, right?
I think it's pretty similar. I think, that's a great question. I think the competition is probably what's expected. I think there's a bit of a gap after maybe the best 4 or 5 teams. There's a bit of a gap. I think you see it a bit in our group. I think maybe all 3 of our opponents fall into that category just below. Yeah. And Yeah, so I think the level is probably the same as Boston, but I think it'll become better and better as the weekend progresses.
We don't talk too often to coaches, I feel like, in Rocket League Esports. So I wanted to ask you as well some questions around your role and everything. What do you think is like the thing you work on the most, I guess, and gives you the most trouble, I guess, as a coach when you're with a team so successful as well, right?
I think the hardest part is to get 3 players who are willing to get on the same page and are capable of doing it in high-pressured situations. I mean, I've coached for like 7 years now, and I think this is the first time in my career where I have 3 players who are all understanding of the way we want to play and also willing to do sacrifices in order to play that way. Like, not always be looking good, maybe, because, you know, sometimes it's your teammates that's shining instead of you, right? And all 3 of these players are happy to let their teammates shine in front of each other. So I think that's the hardest, getting them on the same page and getting them to do it under enormous pressure, right?
Yeah. And how do you also achieve like consistency in Rocket League? Because to me, as someone that also has done like interviews in other esports as well, it feels like Rocket League is kind of a sports where there's not as much space for like innovation, right, as other sports. So like, how do you make sure that you can achieve a state where you are consistent throughout, right, and you're able to, for example, get the back-to-back major, right?
Yeah. I think there's a couple of things to it. I think it's the way you structure the team, like how you play off each other, and I think that's a major component to it. I think a lot of teams like depend a lot on individual ability and like not really having as much structure as a team, but kind of depending on the individuals to carry the team. I think we have gone the opposite route where we make sure we have a solid foundation and structure behind the individual level. So when they do shine, we look amazing as individuals, but the days where we're not feeling it, I think yesterday is potentially one of those days where the individual level was not the highest we could get, but like our structure was still good enough to beat teams who are still a bit behind us.
All right, perfect. We're gonna cut it very soon, but I wanted to ask one last more fun question for you as well. If one of your players were to fall sick at some point, who would you rather have replaced them? Squeezy, Gotaga, or Brax?
Oh my God. Can I pick Itachi?
Sure. I mean, between the 3.
Between the 3, I haven't even seen any of them play. I think I've seen Gotaga play a bit of Rocket League. I think it would be Gotaga. Yeah.
Fair enough, all right. Perfect. Any last words before the bracket in 2 days then for the Gentlemates fans that are going to be watching this?
We're going to do everything in our power to win for you. And we're so excited to see you in the arena.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I wish you good luck in the upper bracket, and hopefully we get to talk to you again soon. For now, have a good night. And as a French fan myself, we'll be hoping that you can make it back to back.
Thank you.